Yeah, so I can get into a little more detail in the nuts and bolts, the operations, the training, the support that we offer for our franchises and how it makes them successful. Start with a little background on myself. I started as a master electrician. I've got over 15 years of experience in this industry, in the solar industry. I started as a master electrician, dual ticketed in controls. I used to build massive robotics systems for, manufacturing and such. And I got really tired of seeing my work replacing people's jobs and them going home at the end of the project. And I was very much attracted to the ethical and environmental purpose of renewable energy. So when I got into solar, I worked as a master electrician for a while, and I got to work with a lot of companies. I eventually got into consulting and working on growing and building new solar companies and adding solar divisions to existing contracting companies. And then I met Mark probably about 7 years ago now. I traveled around a lot teaching inspectors, electricians, solar installers, entrepreneurs looking to start their solar businesses. And then when we finally, launched the franchise, that's around the time I came in as a partner. It just took off like crazy. And we found there was such a strong demand from all of our students that it took more than just a few weeks of training to really be successful. So once we packaged up the full business in a box with the full support and service package along with the training, that foundation of training and operational support really gave our franchisees such a strong foundation for success. So what that starts with, I'll get into a little more detail than Mark did. As far as the training fees are included in the initial franchise fees. And that includes an introduction training that'll give you a strong roadmap, checklist of everything you need to do to get your franchise business ready for your marketing launch and up and running. From there, we also have NABCEP accredited technical training. That's 4 days of solar design and installation theory that's accredited by NABCEP for the NABCEP Associate Certificate. We also have the NABCEP accredited PV technical sales training, which gets into a lot more details on the economics, the return on investment for your customers, whether they're a homeowner or a business, and how all the math that goes into that as far as what you're presenting to consumers so you can educate them on how it truly benefits them financially. There's also a large selection of small segment business training. You're going to meet with me on operations for operational training. You're going to be meeting with our national sales manager for CRM training and sales training, and even practicing sales with them, getting on a call, taking turns, calling leads. You'll also be meeting with a project manager to run you through the do's and don'ts of managing your projects. And you'll meet with one of our designers about all the details that go into designing a solar proposal for your customers. So along with all of that, we'd also be getting you set up with different training portals for all the major manufacturers. You'd be getting set up with your access to Tesla Powerwall training, EV charger training, on phase, all the major manufacturers of inverters and energy storage systems. And then finally, when it comes time to getting your first project and getting your team out, we'll send out a professional installer to install that with you, whether it's your home, friends and family, or your first customer, to make sure that project goes smoothly and to make sure that you and your whole team are trained on, not just the code, but also high standards of quality. So that's the training suite that gets you from A to B as far as signing up, getting started with your business, getting to marketing launch, installing your first project. And then we stay with you for at least the first 3 projects. By then, you have a really strong foundation of knowledge and how to run and operate your business. Then as far as operations, when we look at a solar business, Mark mentioned quite a few inclusions that come with the franchise, your territory, your access to partnerships. There's all those tools that are available for you. But when you're running a solar business, it takes more than just a construction business, right? So what a solar business is really made up of, you need business development, that's digital advertising, sales. And then the solar production business is really engineering, procurement, and construction. So what we've designed is to enable our franchisees to run a construction business while we're providing a full head office team of support to provide all those professional services like digital advertising, engineering, procurement, and managing all those logistics. So you don't have to hire a team, start a whole office, have an engineer on staff and all these things. you have our head office there to service and support you. So starting at the top, what that starts with is our digital advertising. We will manage all the digital ads for local marketing in your territory, along with all the other advertising we're doing. We will have sales support here to help call, qualify, and support you in generating more sales and working with your leads. You'll be doing that in our CRM system as well, where everybody collaborates. We also have a full-time team of designers. So you'll get access to our design software so you can spit out quick proposals and quotes to your customers, which is quite advanced. And we'll also have designers to help you put together proposals and solar designs and estimates for your customers. So that's going to help you generate a lot more business. And then when it comes to actually servicing your customers and your jobs, you're going to have a dedicated account manager at head office who's going to help you to manage your whole portfolio of projects. You're going to have an engineer that's going to provide you with your engineered plan set. And then your account manager is also going to manage all the logistics of procuring all your product. So what you're buying with us is not just a one product order off the shelf at full market price. They're pooling your purchasing with all the purchasing of all the other franchises so that we collectively are moving megawatts of product, giving you access to the bulk pricing of a large company. That's a huge advantage in the solar industry. So what that leaves for the franchisee, as Mark mentioned, is really just local marketing. You'll be attending trade shows, doing different local marketing activities. You'll be doing sales, local sales, going out, meeting homeowners and business owners with a proposal in hand and a contract and signing them up. And then you'll be managing with our training and support, getting the permits and completing the installations. So we've created this whole well-rounded support team and operational system to enable you to be able to work on your local sales and work on your local construction projects with a strong team of professionals behind you.